Hello, and welcome to my fifth blog post. The first part of my blog, I'll be talking about the ways I have transformed since the beginning of the session. And the second part of my blog, I will respond to the weekly prompt, what does distance do in my becoming so far? Let's get started.
Class a few days after the semester had already begun. Initially, I had chosen to partake in the course option because it seemed like the safe choice. I leaned towards what felt familiar. However, my perspective shifted completely after attending the first meeting. I'm grateful for this turn of events because I have evolved in a way that I wouldn't have experienced following the typical course pathway.
Since the beginning of the session, I have transformed in many ways. First of all, I'm a lot more open and excited to explore new technological tools. I can say that I have a better understanding of technology and I'm much more comfortable with experimentation, which is also reflected in my blog posts. My skills in using ICT to find and generate knowledge, solutions, and contents, C21 Canada 2012 cited in Bangu and Vasilopoulos 2018, have improved. I've learned to approach technological challenges with a mix of analytical and creative thinking. Thus, I have developed my problem solving abilities. For example, if I can't find background free images to add to my content creations, I now know that PowerPoint can be used to remove the background from images. Another example is using AI to generate images for a short comic strip and a dictation. Second of all, I gained greater confidence in creating content that was at once engaging and effective. I've learned to structure lessons in a coherent and visually appealing manner by integrating multimedia resources and interactive activities. After tutoring students whose first language isn't French, I began creating content that is filled with lots of visuals and English translation in the speaker notes, although I know it's important to speak only in that language, in French. I found that many students feel insecure about their French, and some of the older students seem quite reluctant to speak the language at all. With this in mind, I wanted to create content that reflected the beauty of French culture, such as learning about different authors or reading fun books in French. This week, I wrote a short French story about Pokemons for students aged between 9 and 12 titled L'aventure des pommes dans la forêt amazonienne. Furthermore, designing visually appealing and interactive Google Slides presentations for children improved my creativity and imagination. I'm a lot faster at creating open ended questions that challenge students to think instead of mimic. Lastly, I developed my reflexive side in regards to my work and the impact it may have on future students and on my teaching career. Submitting work for a company, I've taken a more critical look at my work and evaluated the effectiveness of different resources. I've reflected a lot on how the materials I create or put together will reflect on how well it will engage students, facilitate learning, and achieve desired learning outcomes. In creating content for French tutors, I've become more conscious of designing resources that are accessible, inclusive, and responsive to students' challenges with the French language. For example, I created a presentation on different occupations and included a wide range of options such as carpenter, surgeon, mechanic, architect, and so on. Now, what does distance do in my becoming so far? Distance has played an important role in my becoming so far, whether as an obstacle or as a facilitator. Creating content and tutoring at a distance has separated me from feeling part of a community, but it did expose me to different perspectives and experiences. On one note, distance has sometimes left me feeling detached or disconnected from the organization and the students. In my opinion, it hinders meaningful interactions because it maintains a level of boundary in professional roles and relationships. While professional boundaries are necessary for keeping ethical standards and ensuring confidentiality, they can create barriers to genuine connection and understanding. For example, after publishing the content I created in a spreadsheet, uh, we received little to no feedback, which has sometimes affected my motivation to design something outside the box. On another note, creating content remotely and tutoring synchronously has affected my becoming in numerous ways. Working from the comfort of my home has provided an environment for creativity, productivity, and self reflection. Without the need to commute from place to place, I have been able to optimize my time. With a stable internet connection, I have the freedom to create content on my own pace and on my own schedule. Furthermore, remote work has developed my self reliance and autonomy. I am tasked with evaluating and critiquing my own work. This requires a high degree of self reflection and self awareness as I continuously strive to improve and refine my content. Moreover, having ownership over my own work allows me to take pride in my accomplishments and celebrate small successes, like creating a short story about Apom, the Pokemon, which has developed my intrinsic motivation. All of these factors have played a role in shaping my becoming, a process that is perpetual and ongoing. All in all, distance, whether as an obstacle or as a facilitator, has played a crucial role in shaping my journey of becoming. By confronting challenges and navigating my role from a distance, I have developed many qualities such as resilience and self awareness.